Everyone out there, every single rival fan wrote Arsenal Football Club off after Dominic Szoboszlai's unbelievable free kick. A world-class moment of magic from Dominic Szoboszlai managed to change thousands and thousands of people's opinion. I'm looking at this from both perspectives. And we're going to do two videos today looking at this from each angle. The first one, we're going to start with Arsenal. I personally believe they have all the credentials, all the ability to go and win the Premier League. And I think one of the biggest, the most important things about looking at it from Arsenal's perspective that everyone wrote off, Noni Madueke is not that good. Well, he's the only wide player right now that is consistently beating his man. Everyone was calling Gyökeres Yok Lesnar. Well, he's got 3 goals in 4 games, 3 of them being at home. Everyone said when Saka gets injured, what are they going to do? When Saliba gets injured, what are Arsenal going to do? How does Arteta fix these issues? We're going to break all of that down because for me, some of the stuff I read on the socials is absolute madness. I still think they push Liverpool to the very, very, very end. And in some people's minds, they still win the title. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts. We just hit 78K. The road to 100K is well and truly on 22,000 people away. So if you haven't already, you enjoy the content and you watch every day, please go down, hit that subscribe button. It's about 89% of you this month have watched the content, have not subscribed. So please go down and join the community. Now, Liverpool have been getting pelters this weekend, and Jamie Carragher has said something that for me makes a lot of sense. This is what Jamie Carragher said. This is Sky Sports Premier League's Twitter account. And the quote was, if Liverpool play like that, they won't be winning games every week. And that's Jamie Carragher's reaction to Liverpool's late winner against Burnley. Now, they have scored the same amount of goals as Arsenal. They've both scored 9. They have conceded 3 more than Arsenal, and Arsenal have the better goal difference in the Premier League. Arsenal, in my opinion, have had tougher fixtures. They've played Manchester United, they've played Liverpool, they've played Nottingham Forest, and they've played Leeds. Forest, some people might say, right, is an easier game because Nuno's not there. Liverpool have played Newcastle United, they've played Arsenal, they've played Bournemouth, and of course, they've played Burnley. I'll be brutally honest, Liverpool's games have been easier because they did get to play Arsenal at Anfield. Two things right now. The big question I have, and I want everyone's answer to this question in the comments. Is this sustainable, the way Liverpool are playing, to win a Premier League title? A last-minute winner from Mohamed Salah, a penalty, and an unbelievable free kick from Dominic Szoboszlai. You can't, in my opinion, rely on that week in, week out. Arsenal get this narrative that they're only set-piece FC. Well, they've scored 9 goals this season, and I think they've scored 4 or 5 in open play. Gyökeres, both his goals have been in open play, and Andrea Berta deserves huge praise because you look at the weekend, Zubamendi summer signing, Eze summer signing, Gyökeres summer signing, Mosquera summer signings. All 4 of those had really good games. Eze and Gyökeres and Zubamendi involved in the goals. And Mosquera has come in for one of the best centre-backs in world football, Saliba, who has been injured, and you wouldn't even notice that Saliba's not playing. I look at Liverpool right now. Is this sustainable? They have got... Arsenal have had a really tough start to the season, by the way. They've got Man City and Newcastle United away coming up next. And then it gets a little bit easier for them with Palace, West Ham and Fulham. Liverpool have got a Merseyside derby. They've got Everton. I do still think Liverpool win the Premier League, right? But there's part of me that goes, is this Arsenal's time? One defensive injury at the back. Konate or Van Dijk's injury changes everything for me. It changes everything. You take Saliba out, you put Mosquera in. You take Gabriel out, you put Nkapie in. They've still got Timber, Ben White, Marzu Skelly, Calafiori. They have got options for days. You look at Liverpool's centre-backs. They've got a young 19-year-old who we haven't really seen play yet, and you've got Joe Gomez as your defensive depth. We know how world-class Konate and Van Dijk are, but you look at the games they've got coming up, it's not easy, man. Palace away is not an easy game right now. Chelsea away is not an easy game. Galatasaray away in the Champions League, the way they're playing, it's not an easy game. With all the Simon signings they've made, Leroy Sané, Victor Osimhen, etc. I do expect Liverpool to win majority of these games, but the performance levels have to be better. They have to be better, 100%. You look at the amount of shots they had against Burnley. Only 4 shots on target out of 27. And one of those shots on target was the penalty. That isn't sustainable. Like, their attack has to do better. And I know Alexander Isak is coming in, and people are going to be like, look, when Isak comes in, it's going to change things. He's got to fight for his place. Ekitike has scored 3 goals this season. So he's not exactly in bad form, is he? Then you look at the matches they played against Arsenal. How many shots on target did Liverpool have? 3. They have to do more in the final third for me. Have to do more. In terms of Arsenal, if they can just keep their momentum going, and let's be honest, to play City, Newcastle, Liverpool, and Man United in your opening 6 games, if they go and beat Man City and Newcastle, I think a lot of people are going to change their predictions, including myself. Athletic Bilbao tomorrow, they haven't scored in their last 2 games. I think Arsenal go there and get a clean sheet. And that is where this league, for me, could change. You look at the amount of clean sheets that Arsenal get, it changes things dramatically. Against Bilbao pre-season, against Man United away, against Leeds United, against Nottingham Forest, and you concede a freak goal against Liverpool. If Liverpool don't score that freak goal, that game ends 0-0. I'm not taking anything away from Dominic Szoboszlai because I think it was a world-class moment of genius. But I just think people write teams off so easily. Like, there's a lot of things right now when you look at the way how Arsenal are playing, you look at the way how Liverpool are playing, it can change dramatically, and it can change very, very quickly. If you see tomorrow a big injury to Virgil van Dijk, for me, I'll be honest with you guys, you get a big injury to Virgil van Dijk or a big injury to Konate, it changes it. It opens up the race massively. I don't see anyone else really in the race. I think Chelsea were going to be up there, but for me, they've dropped off a little bit. Man City, of course, got a big wing, but it is Manchester United. And I think if City do get an injury to Erling Haaland, I think they lose a lot of their goals. They've scored, I think, 8 goals in the league, and Haaland's got 5 of those. I just think this Premier League title race is going to go down to the very, very final game. I don't think we'll see a title race like we did last year where Liverpool ran away with it. I think Arsenal pushed them all the way, every single step of the way. Do you guys think this is sustainable for Liverpool? And what is Liverpool's option going to be if they get a defensive injury? They've already conceded 4 goals in their opening 5 games. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. With Palace away coming up, with Chelsea coming up, with Man United, who knows? Man United have got this freakish result thing in their system. Atletico Madrid in the Champions League with Galatasaray, with Real Madrid, with City. Like, in November, Liverpool have got to play Real Madrid, Villa, Man City, Forest, PSV, and West Ham. So it goes the whole distance for me. It goes the entire way. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Arsenal still have it in their locker to go and win the Premier League, or do you think Liverpool run away with it? For me, I think it's going to go the whole way, guys. I'll be honest with you. I think when you look at the fact that Arsenal have got an easier run of games, this is where they need to make it count, because in recent years, these easier games Arsenal have played, they have struggled. I didn't actually get to do any content yesterday. I was out all day. We are going to be speaking about Liverpool later on today. And then tomorrow we've got watch-alongs for both Arsenal and Spurs' Champions League games. as well as match reactions. So make sure you go down, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I am out.